All right. I am Hillary Wells, SuperCORE Fitness instructor, and I'm here with Dorothy, who's been doing our boot camp for the past month, our very first SuperCORE Fit boot camp. Dorothy has been amazing. She's been there every day, I think, Dorothy, and she really is seeing some really amazing results in interesting ways. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And one thing that I notice about SuperCORE that we were just talking about is that it has real life applications. It can shift our day-to-day life in ways that we don't even imagine or have to understand. So Dorothy has been a lifelong athlete. Dorothy, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing before SuperCORE for your workouts.
Well, I really have not been lifelong. At 40 years old, I was a couch potato until just before 40, when I listened to an NPR and they said, if you're going to start an exercise program, you need to start it before 40. Now, I don't think that's true. So I started walking. Well, I didn't have time for that. I mean, it was just too slow. So I started jogging. So I've been jogging I stopped jogging 3 years ago when I had knee replacement. So I jogged all those times, and I did half marathons and 5Ks and by myself. Basically, I liked it by myself. My exercise was always been something that's personal, something that I can get away and be just by myself. It wasn't a group type of thing. I didn't do exercise ever with anybody. Except now with SuperCORE.
Except now, yeah. And that's so interesting. What a change. And I didn't realize you hadn't started till 40. So that's awesome. And you ran half marathons. And so when I met you, you said that you got up and worked out for 2.5 hours every morning, which I was so impressed by. I was like, wow.
Well, I used to do 8 to 10 miles a day. And that was first thing in the morning, all year long. And then I had the knee replacement, so he said I could do that, but it wouldn't hurt me, but I would have to have another one. And I had it when I was 67, so it's 3 years ago. The thought of having it again didn't appeal to me, so I jump on a trampoline. I use what's called a cellicizer, and I do different exercises on that. And basically, I get my steps. I have a Fitbit, and I use the Fitbit to get my steps. I used to get like 30 to 40,000. Now my goal is always 20,000. So it takes about, but on the cellicizer trampoline, mini trampoline, I can do my email. I can read. I can watch TV. I can it's just because I'm just bouncing. It's not really jogging on a trampoline. It's more like marching.
That's cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. It's not like being outside and jogging.
Yeah, So tell us something about what SuperCORE has done for you fitness-wise, and then also in your daily life.
Well, fitness-wise, I feel my upper, because my lower body's always been pretty good, but my upper body is stronger. I can, lift things. My husband has Parkinson's, so I have a lot of stuff that I have to do that he used to do, carry things. And I've been able to do a couple of fix-it type things around the house that require some extra strength in my upper body. One was to put a ballast up on a light up in the ceiling and hold it up. And the other one yesterday was to replace some water filters on our from the well and the tank. So, and I used a specialized wrench for water filters, and it was extremely hard, but I just kept, you pick up your breath and you go, and you push again, and you push again. And I probably was at least, how you do a jar, and you just keep turning it until it gets loose.
Well, and I love that you brought in the breath, because breath obviously is a huge component of SuperCORE, and one of the things that makes it different, so that you were actually using your breath while you were doing that. And
I was.
Yeah, it's really.
I pulled in for the extra power, like what we did today. I wanted that extra power and that extra, I mean, I was thinking SuperCORE when I was doing this job. My husband was standing watching, and it was,
Yes, that's so awesome. I love it.
it was heavy duty.
That's heavy duty. And yeah, the fact that SuperCORE has energized you to do that type of thing that you're called upon to do. And then also from a more, from a more energetic, maybe even spiritual standpoint, you mentioned how it had helped with your attitude when you're with your husband. And that was just so beautiful. I'd love you to share something about that.
Well, my husband has Parkinson's, and I've been I don't want to be a caretaker, and I'm really not. But the progression, every time something happens that he can't do, and he says, he tells me, or it's obvious, and I have to do it, my whole mind goes, dang, I want the old Rick back over and over again. And my attitude has changed from that with a lot of the meditation and the breathing, probably more the breathing in good stuff and positive, and 8-part breaths and the dragon breath, letting out the stuff. My attitude towards him rather is, it's time to stop living in the past, and I live in the present with him. This is a man I dearly love, brilliant man, and we've been together almost 30 years. We got married only at 40 years old, and never having been married before, so it's just us. And because of COVID also, we haven't had anybody in, so all of these extra little chores that you might call on somebody to do, an electrical or a plumbing or a movement, I've said no, because he's at risk. I've said no, we can't have somebody come in to fix or do these things.
Mm-hmm.
We have to figure out outside the box how one, both, or me can do it, and we've done that, and it's been a really positive change for both of us. He's noticed it, I've noticed it, and not that we didn't have a good relationship, we obviously did. But Parkinson's is tough to deal with, and he deals with it better than I do. But I'm dealing with it probably 100 times better than I did even 2 months ago, whenever we started all this. I mean,
That's
between
so
the
amazing.
Superpower and the SuperCORE,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm also taking a class that these people offer on intuition with another instructor, and that has also brought in or integrated all of this into something new and better.
That's wonderful, Dorothy. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear about all these benefits you're getting from SuperCORE, and you've just been such a pleasure to have in the class and such an inspiration.
I would just hate to give it up, and I hope you all just keep going and keep thriving and keep getting more of us into it. It's just, and then the support group every morning or every time we get together to do this, it's more, I did do my exercise by myself, but now I do it with, 7, 8, 9 people sometimes. And it's, again, there's an integration or a collaboration or a breathing all in that's just, I don't know, it's just been a really positive experience.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I so appreciate your time and doing this. And we look forward to lots more SuperCORE with you.
Next month, it starts over again.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you, Hillary. Have a great day.